Do it.
Alrighty, folks. Well, thank you for bearing with me. We had to deal with little things, but we're here now. But welcome to another session of the Astral Avenue Magdalena Blues. I'm your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by all of our players who are very much leveled up to level 8.
Woot!
And
Powerful.
I guess I could have just said now newly leveled. I mean the players do too. You guys are leveled up like in real life. Why not? Right?
Yeah.
It's just different kind of levels, but
Something like that.
Something like that.
Am I cool yet? Did I get the cool feet?
So
Yeah.
cool. Absolutely.
Unfortunately, we're all human, so we got an extra starting feat, and we all have inspiration today. So, congratulations, you woke up with inspiration today.
I'm feeling inspired.
Yes. I think I already used it though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I used mine. I think I used mine to get out of bed.
Yeah. Well, speaking of getting out of bed, our characters don't have any beds at the moment. But
No.
before we get into all of that shenanigans and to where we're at, let's talk about how we got where we are before we get into where we are. Also, spoiler alert, there's you might see some new fancy little overlay stuff and it just a little more. Hope you like it. If you don't, just watch the older episodes. Just watch the older episodes.
I was like, then too bad.
Yeah.
So sad.
But
Deal with it.
yeah. So let's talk about this. Last time, after you guys, we're gonna flash way back. After witnessing Jonathan Asner and his giant whelk-like vessel escape into a tear in space, possibly through the Astral Avenue, you started following a lead on how to gain access yourself, hopes of preventing absolute terrors to be released from its steps. Gaining information on the Kurgenfly Swarm, a Wildspace system where legend has it, a swarm of creatures called Kurgenfly surrounded the star in its center. Possibly coming from the Astral Avenue themselves? Either way, finding someone who had been to this Kurgenfly Swarm, or at least the system itself, Tomas, a plain-touched frog folk, with memories faint, but still there. You retrieved him from Bub's hub, and hoped to capture a lone Kurgenfly that would help by leading you to its swarm. It wants to be with its wants to be with its family. Ideally. Or something. Meeting a great being in the astral, you went into a wormhole like tear in space and traversed its tunnels, finding and capturing one of these Kurgenflies. Unfortunately, someone who had a vendetta against you and your crew followed in pursuit. Odros the Mindful, a nefarious illithid with an even more nefarious dealings. Aboard his giant nautiloid vessel, you guys were trying to escape and fend off his Spelljammer. But it was too much, especially while trying to maintain this Kurgenfly within your grasp. Amidst this battle, Aethel fell, having direct contact with this Mind Flayer captain. And the Magdalena, your ship, slowly was rent apart. Luckily, during this exchange, a giant space whale type creature rescued you all, giving you a lift aboard it, along with someone who seemed willing to help in this situation, especially with the Astral Sea and or World Tree was involved. Rythan, a stout dwarf, axe in hand, joined in your search for this Kurgenfly Swarm, especially to see if it could have ties to this World Tree. And finally, with some respite, you've had time to mourn The heavy loss of both Aethel and your ship, the Magdalena. It's actually been a little under a month has passed between those events and now. All spent aboard the Stellar Rorqual. Rorqual. With the Kurgenfly attached to its maw, pulling, leading you to your hopeful destination through the Astral Sea. The Kurgenfly Swarm. In this moment, Astral Sea starts to fade away behind your view. You get a glimpse of what lies ahead. Probably all of you long for the creature comforts of some semblance of home. But ahead of you lies the vast darkness, punctuated only by the soft glow of distant stars. You can hear the rhythmic pulse of the space whale's heart beating almost in time with the ancient music of the cosmos. The void of darkness almost seems alive, or moving. And this, you realize, is the Kurgenflies within the shadows of Wildspace. Faint humming, just below the level of whisper, always seems to be present in this place. And that's where we're going to pick up. You guys you've been adrift. Not adrift, being led by this Kurgenfly within this whale in the glossy, not as wet as you expected interior of this whale's mouth. Large enough for you guys to stretch your legs, but not large enough to get any privacy.
True.
Curiosity question. Kythor?
Right.
How do I say?
Rythan.
Right.
I should know you after a month. You have any books?
Where would I keep them?
Yeah,
In your library.
right. I miss reading. Dr. Jelly, you got any books on you?
Do you want to read this nature guide journal?
Yes, if there's no other things to read, that will be. Yes.
Do you want
Yes,
to
I
read
do.
my notes from? I got my notes from the Frizzling Cube.
I didn't really understand those the last time I read them.
Maybe you need a second go around. But you can have this nature journal. I'll hand it to him.
A
Called
month?
something.
I hope I've been reading the whole time. This nature
Yeah,
journal, which
you-
I probably have read a few
There
times.
was, yeah.
Hey, you read this one journal.
Honestly,
every day.
if it's that nature book that I think about, it's mostly gibberish now. Once it has been read once, it loses
Yeah, once it gives the
the
effect.
knowledge within it for a year.
Good luck
Yeah.
with that.
So I'm reading Dr. Jellybean's notes in that over the course of the month. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's great.
Oh no, I guess we lost our pleasure krill too, didn't we?
The poop
Do
babies.
not remind me. I
And
think
the
that
gold.
Louise would just be just like laying flat on his back, just like this, bored out of his mind, hair disheveled since he's been in a whale's mouth for a month.
It's very humid.
A little human.
And you also
How
have
you lived so long in here? I guess that's directed to Rathan.
yeah.
Well, I don't live here. I ride in it to wherever it goes, and then I get out. I haven't been in this for 500 years.
Well,
Oh.
a month is far too long for me.
Yeah, well, I don't control where the Val goes.
Do
Probably
we
at this
know
point.
that it knows where it's going? And I'm still following the Kurgenfly from the sound of it, but
I It's going to go wherever it wants. It's its own creature.
More like it? Like, does it have family?
I do believe it's an uncommon creature, but it's not unique.
Like, do they have like migration patterns or you know, like some animals return to where they were born every so often.
I don't know, to be honest, because I don't really study the Vol. I just use it.
Dr. Jellybean would have been studying the Vol the whole time, making notes about it, drawing.
Dr. Jellybean, could you also talk to it?
I would say
yeah,
any attempts you probably tried to talk to it in the past month you've been on it. It's less talking, it more. It does give off emotion, and it's been giving off curiosity. Like since you've kind of like have this like almost telepathic bond to anyone within, but it's just emotions. I would say since entering the darkness of this wild space that is the Kurgenfly Swarm, it's struck up with worry a little bit. A little undertone. Still curious, but worry.
It's a little apprehensive about being in this particular space.
I feel you, buddy.
I would tell everybody that. Can I talk to the Kurgenfly, or is that too far away in front of us?
Kurgenfly is like 60 feet on the end of a rope. And as you think about talking to the Kurgenfly, you would feel the lights kind of pulsate around the star whale. As you see the rope tugging in a different direction from where the whale seemingly wants to go.
Oh. Hey, buddy, we need to follow that fly.
You're already in the Kurgenfly Swarm. You're in Wildspace that it is home to. And you can see this faint light off in the distance where the Kurgenfly wants to go, which is the very center of the system. This very faint light. Looks like less than a distant star, but bigger.
Should we just let it go at this point?
Yeah, I mean, Tomas, what are we looking for here? The planet you said you were on?
I don't... Trying to get the... Whatever happened. Right? This little, like, kind of, like, looks over at Rebate. And this frog folk kind of looks over at you. As he's probably been sitting most of this time. Yeah, whatever happened. Somebody tried to murder my mind. We were here. I just don't know where. We weren't at the center of the sun, I know that. Kurgenfly seems familiar. Might have murdered a few of them.
Okay. Alright, I guess we let it go. What do you guys think?
I mean, we made it, right? So we might as well. And I don't think the Kurgenfly is going to be able to direct us exactly where we need to go once we've gotten here.
But our whale buddy might be able to.
You're supposed to change music when you got here. The vibrations.
It's, I mean, It's an insect. We can keep it or we don't have to. I don't care.
I mean, we're looking for a sun. Was it a sun?
Well, the sun's. See that
Like
speck over
that
there? I
light?
think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
So if we just
Were
head
you
in
guys
that
looking for the sun?
I don't
I
know.
thought we were looking for a planet that was near the sun. And more
You could just see
specifically,
the sun
looking
in the
for-
distance. Yeah, you were looking for a planet.
We're looking for a
So
planet.
we gotta get closer to the sun, and then maybe there's a planet there.
Ooh.
I guess we let it go. I mean,
Well, Flaws and Rex didn't really give us any further instructions on what to do with the fly, so
surprised we made it this far, to be honest.
really would have appreciated it if he gave us kind of a timeline, you know? It was like telling us, hey, it's going to take a month. Might have been a nice piece of information, but he's not always the most forthcoming. That's kind of what I deduced.
Or accurate.
Yeah, fair.
Rebate will kind of speak up. I will note, astral creatures cannot travel at the same speeds in which spelljammers do. They possess supernatural and magical abilities that can expand upon the natural traveling of that creatures contain within the astral. This whale is probably going slower than what you would on a spelljammer.
Oh. Glad you broke that down, Rebate. Thank you.
Yeah.
I am happy to help.
We're happy you're helping.
So, all those in favor, let the fly go.
Sure.
Might as
Just
well.
going to eat the sun slightly faster. That's definitely already a problem.
But we can
What is-
kill it.
When Kurgenfly.
Maybe.
Well, just remember, don't let it bite you.
Or you'll become one.
Is that how it
No.
works?
I missed that one.
Probably not,
So-
actually.
I just remember there were very specific instructions. Do not let them bite you.
The rope.
Well,
The rope would probably be tied around its teeth, which are semi-translucent.
The whale's teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got my grappling hook and everything. Is there a way
Your
we can
grappling hook is
pull it in?
gone.
it's
It is. It was on the Magdalena. It is gone.
Yeah, we had to tie it to a thing.
That's
Mhm.
right. So the harpoon is still hooked to it. So we gotta get the harpoon out of that creature.
No, we don't.
Oh, that's got barbs on it. There's no way we're pulling that thing out of it.
I think maybe just cut the rope. I think it'll be all right.
It's been fine this whole time.
Really has. I don't think I'd be okay
So-
with the harpoon in me.
It doesn't seem
Well,
bothered
it's a
by
lot
it.
bigger than you. So,
You're slightly more
and it's the
cognizant than a fly.
same
Thanks, buddy.
harpoon size.
And it's a bug. They don't have feelings, so it's fine.
That's
Nice.
also true.
All right.
It's a bug monstrosity that eats suns. We don't really care what it thinks or feels.
Just don't worry about it, Tobias. Cut the rope.
I got you. Yeah.
I'll cut the rope.
I'll cut it. I'll pull my dagger and cut the rope.
As you go and cut the rope, Kurgenfly darts off quicker than this space whale you're traveling on goes, disappearing into the darkness beyond. That eerie dance, almost joining the rest of the darkness, as you can notice like some of the stars around start to kind of disappear, and it's just like in the shadows of other Kurgenflies, as you're not sure how many are out there in this void, but they are. But split second after the Kurgenfly is let loose, darts off into the darkness, the giant space whale, with its shimmering bioluminescent skin and trailing tendrils, starts surging unsteadily as cosmic currents and the eerie dance in front of you that the Kurgenflies are making in the shadows kind of push it in weird and unsettling ways as it seems to have lost a little bit of its own control. As everything starts to quiver inside and gravity within the whale starts to fluctuate. Not quite as bad as like when the Magdalena was breaking down, but it is unsteady. Like you lose your balance for a moment as the whale seems almost directionless in this point in time. Almost.
Can I
Great.
try
Whose
to
idea
send...
was it to let the Kurgenfly go?
I'll point to
It's your fault.
Louise.
It's your fault.
Not it. Nope.
Can I try to send like emotion thoughts to the whale about like where to go and like it's okay and like don't worry about it.
Give me an animal handling check.
Don't worry about it.
Give us a whale
Forget
check.
about it. Animal handling.
With a 12, it does not steady the vessel that you are in, as in fact it starts to wave up and down on the inside like whatever you would imagine its tongue would be. That's what you've been standing on this whole time. That's not like a removable tongue, it's just kind of like the bottom of its mouth. It starts to kind of like billow up and down almost in waves as you're losing all sense of direction as this whale is going all different ways. What are you guys doing?
Rythan, has this ever happened to you before? I mean, you've been riding these things for hundreds of years.
I'm usually on a ship, actually, but
I would
The
say
story
you
keeps changing.
I would say you've never witnessed this happen with the Stellar Rorqual.
yeah,
It usually uses. I would say you would know that it flies on solar winds. There aren't
there's no
any
solar
here.
wind here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is having a hard time.
It lacks propulsion.
Oh, we messed up then.
Yeah, we did.
Big time.
Oh, we blew
Did
it.
we? Were we going to be able to get it to fly faster with the Kurgenfly attached?
I would say with this, I need everyone to give me a dexterity save, as you guys are trying to discuss what this could possibly mean. You are being tossed and jostled. Tousled. You are being.
Am I aware of the thing that's causing me to make a dexterity save?
Absolutely, you are.
Okay, cool. Then I have advantage.
Yeah, I had a roll of 1, so.
You did.
Nice.
As Louise, Malcolm, and Dr. Jelly, you barely make it. Louise and Malcolm, you both get tumbled to the side. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage just as you kind of get landed prone as this thing starts to, like, again, the interior of this whale's mouth is an unsettling place to be in this moment. The front teeth of it kind of flicker in and out. The lights that you can see through its like semi-translucent skin do also kind of flicker, like it's trying to find a semblance of anything. The tendrils stretching out from its fins also seem to just kind of be going in different directions, trying to find traction in where there is none.
Louise, sing it a song.
I did not think I was going to die in a whale's mouth.
Neither
You're
did
not
I, buddy.
going to die from this.
Sing it a song. It'll like it.
I mean, we've been in here a month. Do we know if it
senses
understands
emotion,
common?
and you haven't gotten the feeling that it's understanding, but it also just been chilling, just been cool.
I mean, I could try a lullaby or something. I don't know.
Why would you sing a lullaby you don't know?
I mean, I could sing a lullaby. I don't know if it would have any effect on our vessel. the whale, the whatever it is. I just want it to stop licking me.
Fair enough. You do what you think you need to.
As the interior's quaking.
I'll play some calming music.
Give me a performance check.
I'll bust out the violin for this.
With your plus 12 to performance. Yes, with a 20, you start playing a lower tune with the violin. The quaking inside subsides. Still present a little bit, but lower toned. You get, I would say, all of you would get a sense of lost and restless from the whale. And hungry.
What does it eat?
It eats starlight.
Hopefully not us. Yeah.
Oh,
It absorbs starlight.
I see.
It's basically a
No.
plant.
Photosynthesis.
Yeah.
Can we make an artificial sun? Is that,
That's
is
what
that a
I was-
thing?
I was trying to figure out if I had anything that could be remotely like that.
Daylight.
I wonder who could have cast daylight.
Hmm.
Aww.
Hmm.
R.I.P.
Not yet, actually. He wouldn't.
He wouldn't have had it
been able to
prepared.
just yet. Yeah, I mean, over a month he could have probably
Yeah.
like, we'll just hang out for a day. We'll do it tomorrow.
Wasn't there a sun in the distance or no?
It's
Yeah, but it's being
faint.
swarmed by the Kurgenfly.
The Kurgenfly, it's not that they're eating the sun, it's that they're swarming around it so much that they're not letting any light through. Almost like when bees swarm around those wasps to like that. Not quite like attack pattern.
It heated up and vibrated to death?
Yeah. That's kind of what's happening to the sun. What are you guys doing? The whale is calm, but it doesn't know how to move forward, it seems like.
He doesn't know how to walk. He doesn't know how to swim by itself.
I think the best I've got is like fire, which is not.
I was gonna say I've got major image, but it's not gonna be big.
I mean, I could get it to move a direction, but where would we send it to?
Was the sun.
Then we'd be swarmed by dragonflies.
I mean, that's a
Do we
lot of
see-
Kurgenflies over there. Just one is big enough.
Oh, Blake, buddy, you're always good at seeing stuff. Do you see any planets, markers, signs out there?
I mean, it's pretty dark out there, but I can try.
What do your monk eyes see?
Trying to peer through the skin of this bioluminescent creature. Yeah, give me a perception check.
What do your human eyes see?
With
Without
an,
dark vision.
with a 19, without dark vision, and honestly that's not necessarily a bad thing here, because dark vision could trip you up if you only see like within, you know,
So many feet.
so many feet, and then it's like beyond that it's like, well, it's dark. So, but as you're peering out into the shadows through this lit chamber wall of this whale, you do see something not too far off in the distance. Not sure what it is, but it's not moving in the same way that the shadows of the Kurgenflies are. But it is like kind of a shadow over some of the stars every moment or two as you're peering out. Can't quite make out the shape of it, but it's something that doesn't seem to be moving, at least in the ways that like a creature would be. Something solid.
Well, it does look like there's some kind of, what would you call it, I don't know, celestial body, some kind of object over that way. I mean,
Can you
It looks
empathize that
different.
to our friend?
I'm not an empath. I can't do that. Let me think about it. Whale, move that way, please.
I mean, I can, but takes quite a bit of energy from myself.
Hey, buddy, we gotta go that way. I'll
It-
just rub the side of the whale's
It's
mouth.
almost like. Give me a persuasion check, Tobias. You get the feeling it's like. With a 10. It makes no progress with it, but I would say it's almost like it doesn't. It's like throwing a kid into water that doesn't know how to swim. It knows how to float, but it doesn't know how to swim here.
Well, we have successfully
that
killed a
drown.
whale and ourselves.
I mean, all I've got is swords. I could fan, but I don't think that's gonna do it to give this thing any sort of propulsion.
I could hit it with an axe.
Right, I don't think that's gonna help either.
Let's table that idea.
Oh, I wasn't going to do it. I'm just saying we're just naming things we can do that won't
we
help.
can do.
So,
Gotcha.
like,
Your
I just
ability.
figured I would name one that I could do that wouldn't help.
Your skills. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What can I
Well,
do?
I mean, if it can understand us, I could suggest that there might be a light source or something over there. Or I could.
You could suggest it to learn how to swim, because that's its problem.
That's what I'm saying is that, well, perhaps if it thinks that there's something over there, it would struggle more to get to it. But
Maybe.
I don't know. I am out of ideas.
I like that idea. You should try it.
It's better than hitting it with an axe or
Yeah, I think
using
it's
your
Or fanning with
Yeah,
swords.
swords.
I agree.
Well, I
But-
mean, the other thing is, when we escaped our poor Magdalena being crushed in the boarding parties, I could do something similar to the whale to compel it to move that way. But it would have to be able to move.
I will say the problem isn't the fact that it doesn't want to move. It's the fact that it doesn't know how.
How do we teach it? How do we make it do it? How do you
How do you teach a whale to swim?
I mean, it
teach a
has-
whale to swim?
has gravity, right? So could we get outside the whale, get on its tail, and maybe like try to jump up and down to propel its tail?
I would say you guys would also know there is no breathable air outside of this whale.
Okay, never mind.
So you hold your breath.
I don't have air bubble prepared.
Too bad you left that suit on the Magdalena.
I know. I was thinking
Uh,
about that fish suit.
It would take more than one of us, I think, to move a whale's tail, though.
I think I could do it, but
Hold your breath for a little while.
no, I mean I think I could move the tail. The holding your breath for a while part, I would eventually stop.
Is it moving at all?
It's the tendrils are flailing about, trying to, but they're not. It seems like they can't get the coordination right with the lack of stellar light. Because in the astral sea, you can just think things and go. Here in Wildspace, you need propulsion.
Again, I mean, I could suggest it to do whatever it needs to do, but I myself have no idea what it needs to do.
It needs to move in a coordinated effort, I suppose. Well, it changes one of my things. I was going to say if we you could see a thing nearby, we could just try to travel there mentally. But we're not actually in the astral sea, so that wouldn't work.
Well, like I said, if you guys want to, I could make a very small sun. Very small.
I mean, it might be. It'd be
It's
worth
worth a
trying, I
shot.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, put a light in front of it and have it keep following it.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's not going to be real, but as long as it believes it, maybe it'll calm it and allow it to travel.
I mean, how do we get? I mean, I can cast something with light, but I don't think that will help us.
Yeah. Like I said, like I have fire, which gives off light, but I don't know if that's what it needs.
Well, it seems like it needs a specific kind of light.
Sunlight.
Right.
That's its normal way of propulsion, yes.
Maybe, you know how sometimes, like, you know how there's different kinds of food, like, you know, you're supposed to eat fruits and vegetables, but sometimes you eat cupcakes, and they're not as good for you, but they still, provide you with calories and some kind of nutrients. Maybe it's like that.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Hmm.
I mean, it's only just
So
gotten out of a space that had solar, wind, and light. So I don't know why it's immediately hungry, unless it's just always hungry.
There isn't solar light or wind in the astral sea. There might be wind, but there's not light. And so it needs... Just like you guys are feeling hungry now. This is your first time leaving the astral sea in a while. Like, it's pretty immediate. You guys do feel hungry. You haven't had to eat in a month. You haven't had to sleep. But now that you're in
So
the real world,
Right. The physical, actual
you got it.
effects.
You gotta eat. You gotta poop.
What do we poop in this thing?
Well, he already said there's no privacy.
Pick a corner.
Good news
What
is
a-
we haven't eaten in a month.
Got
Never
Yeah, I was,
worry.
designated
I was
corner.
like,
Okay, so Dr.
what are...
Jellybean's idea is I'm gonna make an image of a cupcake. That's what I got from that.
Eat cupcakes.
No.
Let it eat cake.
Let it
It's
eat
a
cake, she
cupcake.
said.
Made of light.
The placebo effect.
Yeah, exactly.
It might.
I think it's our only okay option.
We'll give it a shot.
Might as well try it.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot. I will cast Major Image and try to project, I guess, as far out, maybe to play with like perception a little bit, you know, like depth perception, make
Yeah.
it seem further away, but it's really bigger. It's just far away. An image of sun.
You can move major image, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Anything-
like carrot on a stick type deal.
That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking. Yeah, carrot on a stick situation.
Okay.
It's just never gonna get the carrot. But
As
we won't tell it that.
as this miniature sun just erupts into being, not like what, 120 feet away or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the most.
at the edge of, well, it gives off this weird pseudo light, not light thing. I would like Malcolm to give me I'm gonna say your call. Deception, Arcana. Say Deception or Arcana. And we're gonna add +4 to it because you're using a 4th level spell slot.
Deception.
Alright. And we're adding 4 to it because we're using level 4 spell slot, so turning that into a 17. With this
Okay.
faint light, you get this feeling of belief from within the whale's mouth as the tendrils start to shimmer. Some of them align a little bit. It's like a crippled vessel, but still a vessel that can move a little bit. It's starts slowly I was gonna say like fish paddling, like dog paddling.
It starts slowly drifting.
Yeah, kind of. But
Swimming in
it's
circles.
more chaotic than that because it's so you would feel that shifting as it goes from side to side.
It's more like
'Cause
it's
it's-
thrashing its way through.
Yeah, because it's not quite super stable. But it does start to make its way. How long does
Kinda
this last?
cool.
How long does Major Eaters last?
That's a good question.
Well, hopefully you got a good answer.
Long enough to get us to that object.
It just says physical interaction, study action. If it discerns, that's all the notes that I have. Let me pull it up on my sheets.
Either like a minute, 10 minutes, or an
Weird,
hour.
It said something like rest of session.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that 10 minutes.
So, is it
Legacy.
10 minutes.
Well, the Legacy
As-
one is 10 minutes for sure.
The new
I
one's
wasn't
10
sure
minutes
about the
too.
new one.
As that sun's there, it takes most of that 10 minutes before you start to see in the void ahead drifts a silent relic, a broken galleon adrift amongst the stars, weathered planks etched with near mystic runes tell a tale of voyages now long past, echoing with the ghosts of lost souls or perhaps ancient enchantments. But I would say you would notice at the head of this ship, the front, not bearing typical pointed figurehead.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, the front of it is replaced with the visage of a large hammerhead shark. One central sail, tattered, broken. It also seems to have a long tail. As this comes into view.
Oh, that's way more terrifying than I was thinking.
It's a
That's
ghost
pretty
ship.
sweet.
It's a
Oh
ghost.
wow.
Yeah, that's great. That's
It's a broken vessel.
Magdalena 2.
Oh no, are we gonna live on that thing?
Part
Oh,
two.
it's horrible.
As it comes into view,
Assuming it has air.
assuming it has air, as it comes into view, you hear a shuddering gasp from Tomas.
Tommy,
What was
you all right?
what was that?
Talk to us.
He recognizes
Tomas.
the ship, probably.
Yeah. It's a stammer. That was our ship. I think that's where everyone got murdered.
okay.
He,
Do you know
Be a
what
little bit more
murdered everybody?
specific?
Yeah. Do you know what
Yes.
murdered everybody, buddy?
Well,
I
also,
don't.
Point of clarification: you use murder kind of loosely, like you mean people died.
Yeah.
or were they actually murdered?
Yeah. Maybe. It's all blurry. I just remember we were on some planet. Something went wrong. We got out of there. Got on the stammer. Left. Everything after that's been jumbled. I assume everyone got murdered on there. Of course, Flaws and Rex and Bubs are still around. I don't know how we escaped. Maybe we got murdered there too and we just don't remember it.
So this is your ship,
Uh,
or you are part of the ship.
crew? Yeah, we were special forces on the crew, I think. Something like that.
We were a special crew.
Okay.
We were a special part of the crew. I don't remember what was so special about it, though. There's 4 of us.
Yeah.
Right, Eagle Boy.
Right.
Yeah,
So
Eagle
you
Boy.
think Eagle Boy died there.
Rest in peace.
I don't know who that is.
Eagle Boy was part of the crew. It was me, Bubs, Blaz and Rex, Eagle Boy.
And you, the four of you, along with a bunch of other people, piloted that.
Yeah.
But we're not going to talk about any of the other people, just Eagle Boy. Got it.
I don't remember them. That part of my
He
memory's
just
been
remembers
been
those-
murdered.
He only remembers those people.
Got it.
I only
But let's remember
I only remember the ship when I saw it.
Those people don't remember him at all. Isn't that weird?
The dead people? Yeah, they probably don't remember him.
No,
No,
not
the
all
other
of them.
people that
Jack.
have names.
There
the
are
named
some
people.
living
Oh.
people, yes.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't remember him or
Oh.
anything about it.
You hit your head?
No, his memory got murdered.
Yeah, that's why I said memory got murdered. Something happened. It's gone.
Was it possibly murdered by blunt force trauma?
It's possible.
Yep.
And he kind of feels his the horns on the tip of his head. I think I've always had those.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
just kind of going down
uh,
the path. He's just gonna keep doing this.
It all feels good. I wasn't murdered.
Obviously.
Well, to be fair, you just said that maybe you were and you didn't remember.
Shit, you're
Yeah, I
right.
don't trust his opinion on what is and isn't being murdered.
Again, yeah, toss is the word around loosely. You'll kind of get used to it.
How close is the ship?
I'd say you're coming up on it.
So who wants to
so
see if they'll
Tomas,
die trying to get to the ship?
I
You
was
mean
just
get
about to
murdered?
ask.
I'll go.
Are you sure?
You're just
Yeah.
gonna go out there, just.
I'll be
Out.
fine. Get me close. Yeah.
I'm
Everything
not
works
gonna let you
out.
go by yourself. I'll go with you.
Thanks, buddy.
I
I knew
mean-
you would.
I
then-
would say we wait until
We're closer.
Dr.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say until Dr. Jellybean downloads her software update on her tablet, so that you don't die out in space. But I don't know how much longer our whale friend will not freak out for.
Right.
If
Well,
it
we'll go
freaks
check
what,
out.
they'll eat
See
us?
if there's air. If there's not and you see us choking to death, then you know it's not safe.
Right.
He's got a point.
Arguably
So
true.
if you don't die, or if you don't get murdered by the obviously haunted ship,
Right.
we're in the clear.
Yeah, initially.
One of
Well,
you said that you can mentally link or something.
Well,
Louise can.
that it takes quite a bit of time, and usually you have to be willing. Usually it's only Dr. Jellybean who is okay with me getting into her brain.
Oh, you never asked, Louise. I'd always let you inside my brain.
Aww.
And that's why I don't ask, because I don't want to be inside your brain.
And get in the other guy's brain.
I could, but again, it would take some time.
Are we going
I-
anywhere?
As the whale seems to be approaching this ship now.
Yeah, that's it seems like we are going somewhere.
It's it would probably take about the same time for Dr. Jellybean to update her tablet. So it's up to all of you.
mean, we'd have to, for me to change my spells, we'd have to do a short rest.
Take an hour.
Oh, so for me, it's a long rest, I think. I'm just gonna
Okay.
double check that, but I'm pretty sure it's over a long rest that I establish a link.
Okay,
Could
so
I-
so both
could I
both
put them-
useful options are not available.
Just,
Could I put them
just
in a spear, in one of my spears?
So then we don't know if it's safe or not.
I know, but you wouldn't know if you had an air bubble around your head either.
You guys
Right,
have
which is-
seen the thing that I do where like I disappear and reappear somewhere else and then can disappear and reappear back.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, as
have
long as we're
seen magic happen, yes.
as long as we're like right up beside this thing, you know, some would say maybe within 30 feet or so.
Yeah, the whale is quickly, not quickly, it's approaching it. As you guys
I can
are
like pop over and pop back you know, don't
Yeah,
think I
just
need
try
a
and take
lot
a
of
deep
oxygen
breath
for
and
that.
then
Yeah,
Well,
You either can or
yeah,
can't.
I don't know how strenuous Misty Step is, but I think I may be able to hold my breath through a couple teleports.
but we need you to try to breathe.
When I'm over there, yeah. But I mean, if you
Okay.
guys want to, you know,
no,
I don't want to stand in the way of a hero mission.
You talked me out of it.
You got
I'm
a
Talk
only
me
plan.
out of it.
the hero when I have to be.
I mean, just going off of Louise's math, and, like simplifying fractions, it sounded like both options were you either die or you die, either murdered or run out of air. And if we see that you die, then we know it's not safe. So,
And
Right.
I'm no mathematician, so.
Say,
I like
say
it. Alright.
the whale approaches the side of this vessel. You can easily see the deck of the ship broken, but not completely. It's still, I'd say, cracked and old, but not broken. If that makes sense.
Like this.
Like the wood.
so we got
is
some
the
hull
wood.
damage, but it's not compromised.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Any hole you would see on the exterior has been caved in, so it can't be like accessed. But the whale would approach the deck of the ship.
Malcolm, you get to be the hero today. You ready?
Yeah.
If
I mean,
there's
I
any
guess
Fun. It
levers,
really is. It's a lot
if
of
there's any
fun.
levers, don't pull them. Okay.
Whatever.
I'm
not
not
gonna
going
be there to
make
babysit you.
that promise. But I will promise to try not to die.
Okay. Fair
Yep,
enough.
good luck.
Proceed.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to Misty Step to an open, unobstructed area that I can see, and
Misty stepping onto the deck of the Stammer.
so much of me wants to just burn 4 Misty Steps and like immediately Misty Step back and be like, "Oh God, it's so bad over there."
Just
Moon's haunted.
What?
Moon's haunted. Gotta
Who's
go.
on it?
As you Misty step and disappear and reappear out there, the mist is heavy and fades off of you where you appear, and creating this little low fog around your feet. You go to inhale. It doesn't smell great. It doesn't
But it smells.
feel
But it smells.
great. But you do inhale the scent of low air. It's not no air, but it is low air. This vessel, perhaps nobody's on it that's breathing. Nobody's breathed on it, so nobody's used up the vessel's air pocket or something. You're not sure, but it is breathable for now.
So these vessels, I'm sure I would know this from the Magdalena, do have like life support systems.
They have air pockets with them. Most of them are
Okay.
they're built into the deck or the hull of the ship, somewhere within.
Can I just explore around maybe the deck a little bit, see if
Sure.
there's any information I can garner?
Give me
Before we
a
make the
perception check or investigation check as you look over. It's a mostly barren deck. It does have an aft castle on it. With a 23. Looking around, you find 2 things of note. The door going in, or going below deck, is a heavy hatch, and it's adorned with swirling luminescent glyphs. Air around it humming with aged magic. You study the inscription a little bit, and you feel almost countless whispered secrets within this magic. It's just this kind of whisper that you feel. So there's that you see.
Look at that.
And then as you climb the steps to the aft castle, you can see carved into the floor of the deck looks to be a large circular glyphic rune. Not glowing, just carved into the wood intricately, almost like vines intertwined with each other into a circle with other inscriptions within. Like someone had carved into it with... It doesn't look perfect. It doesn't look like, oh, this magnificent scripture. It's like, you know, somebody carved this with like a dagger or something. Those are the two things you would find. You would think you would almost find a couple of other entrances like to get below deck, but the cargo, where cargo would go down, has been broken and collapsed into, and it's just kind of tilted inward and cannot be accessed.
And would I recognize any of the runes or glyphs?
Give me a Arcana check.
Pretty good.
You would recognize that there should be a sequence to these runes, and which they should be like the runes on the door. Because I forgot I didn't know what we were talking about. I was thinking about the door. But
Door works.
That is what you would... I would say we'll use the same Arcana check for the glyphic circle that was carved into it. Seems to be almost conjuration magic. But old magic. Like very similar to like Fey magic. Like old magic. Not... I would say what's on the door, not as old of magic. What's on the deck or on the fore aft castle, that's some weird scripture that like no one's used since like first grade.
Okay. And the sequence that you referenced is that's the glyphs on the door. You said
You would recognize that there
there's
is a sequence in which they need to be activated.
Okay.
You would
fine.
also know that
That's
this
what I
can
was
probably be just dispelled
Okay.
if you wanted to go that route.
All right. I will pop back over.
You don't have to pop over. You can wave them over if you want. The whale is like right next to the ship. It's right there. As you guys through the teeth in the skin of this, as Tomas is just kind of eagerly looking about, but also timidly looking about. As he's like, it's curious. But you would all see Malcolm, doing that as well as and then going off and like exploring as his orangutan form meanders up and down the deck of the ship, stopping at a couple of intervals, and then heads back.
Oh, I think it's safe.
He
He's not
seems dead.
dying.
Yeah, he seems okay.
He's murdering
The
that
whale would
oxygen.
then
Let's go.
kind of drift up next to the ship as its teeth would become invisible and disappear, opening up its own oxygen, kind of giving some of its oxygen within to combine with the oxygen left on the ship to kind of refurbish it a little bit, combining the two together, making one greater oxygen bubble. Probably still don't have a
Nice.
ton, but it's there.
Okay.
You would get an emotion from the whale of longingness and forlornness.
Aw.
It doesn't like
I'll be
this
back.
place and it wants to go. It doesn't like this system and it wants to go.
Who could
didn't
blame
make
it?
Go here.
Don't worry, buddy. None of us want to be here, but we have to.
Oh.
I'm just saying this. If this creature wanted to leave, we do not have the capability to stop it. Do we
I don't think
just take a gamble with the stammer?
Well,
I mean, I don't think that it has the option to leave if it needs, solar energy to swim. It doesn't have it here. I think the only way it can leave is if we do man the stammer and tow the whale out of here. Because it seems like the Kurgenfly was the only thing that was propelling it once we got into the system.
It was the only thing propelling it inward.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like we owe this creature quite a deal. We should probably help it out, right? It would just be cruel if we
Right.
didn't.
Would be.
We should definitely help it. Well, let's get on the ship and see what it's about. If we can get it activated, we can help our whale buddy get out of here, and we can go back to saving the universe like we were planning.
Well, Malcolm doesn't seem dead down there, so
It's a good sign. It's a good start.
Unless when he walked away, he was murdered, and then another version of him came back.
a doppelganger.
Tomas like,
We should ask him
no,
a
that's
question only if
that's
someone
not what happened. Rebate, am I real? I don't know.
We're all real. We're all real, and we're real.
Malcolm comes
Okay.
back topside, and you see that his Federation sash, the logo's on the other side.
I wouldn't notice that.
And also bear in mind you do have a hamster, a winged dog, and a winged cat with you in this whale.
Yeah. Plus animals.
Who seem to have been taking
12
actually
citizens.
a liking to Rebate. Because why not?
All of them?
Yeah, why not?
They're gonna eat him first.
Yeah. The hamster likes to chew on him. The cat uses him as a scratch post, and he's attentive, and so he will happily pet Good Boy.
Oh,
As long as
He didn't-
Lucy isn't eating my instruments, I'm happy.
she's just eating rebates.
Yep.
I'm happy.
Oh, I can fix that.
Cool. You could fix him being happy, or
Oh, I could make someone unhappy, yes. I don't think I want to. I meant myself from being scratched and chewed up on.
I'm getting on the ship.
Hey guys, it's lonely over here.
I'm going
We're
to
coming.
follow.
Yep.
Yeah, I very much want to get away from this whale's mouth. It was great, but
You're breaking up with the whale. Listen, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
It's actually not me. It is you.
Yeah.
This is weird. This got weird, and you made it weird.
We'll say
Your mouth is
as
too wet.
as you take your steps onto the dock or onto the vessel, the wood groans and creaks with almost every step. Tomas will follow behind. Rebate follows Tomas. And with Rebate comes all the animals. And
that's everybody,
We
right?
have a little Congo line.
As everybody is off of the whale, you get a sense of I'm sorry almost from the whale
Aw.
as
Don't worry
it
about
as
it.
it starts to
As it fucking
drift
dips.
as it starts to drift away as slowly as it does, like maybe 5-10 feet, like a large tanker just slowly drifting out of the dock, backing up.
Bye, Stella.
I guess we're taking that chance after all.
Thanks for the ride.
As you are forced to take a chance on the vessel formerly known as the Stammer.
Still technically known as the Stammer, because that's what
Thanks
it's
for all
called.
the
Well, I mean, it
fish.
was also formerly known as the Stammer. But as you guys are forced to do so, that is where we're going to take our little 5-10 minute break, as we will pick up there, exploring this wreckage of a ship. Lost.
It's a ghost ship.
Maybe it's
seems
a
very
ghost
much
ship.
Ghost ship.
We'll find out. We'll find out more when we come back, folks. We'll see you in a few.
See everyone in a minute.
See you soon.
All right, folks. Well, welcome back. Last we left off, our crew had found the Kurgenfly Swarm, and aboard this whale vessel, it couldn't fly very well, but it could fly enough through space to get to a derelict hammerhead ship. Checking it out, there is air. Not the best quality, but it's your best chance of, well, getting anywhere. You all started to board it. And once all of you and the pets, along with Rebate and Tomas, are now aboard the Stammer, the whale ship drifted off, almost apologizing as best it could with its non-speech. That is where we're going to pick up. You guys are all on the vessel. What are you doing?
Find anything?
Immediately split up.
Scooby-Doo style.
Mhm.
I will
Who's taking
obviously
the dog?
relay the information from the 2 interesting things that I found here on the ship, and say, I'm trying to think who, but I can't remember for the life of me. Mention the sigils on the hatch having a sequence, and that there's a possibility we might be able, if we can't solve it, might be able to just dispel the magic that's on it.
Each rune would be its own dispelling, though. I would say that too. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Interesting.
Tomas, any of this seeming familiar?
Which part, but there's nobody on here.
Yeah, the ship, the lock that's on the hatch with the light up glyphs.
You gotta put the runes in the right sequence, right?
Yeah, okay.
That is exactly what he just said a moment ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you remember that, or did you just hear me say that?
I remembered it as soon as you said it. It's one of those things that, you get lost in your brain and, like,
Do you remember the sequence? That's the only part I care about.
I'm sure I'd remember it once it was put in.
Cool. Good.
You don't
good.
say.
Do you remember that
right.
if you fiddle with it, there's any bad repercussions?
Absolutely. That's what each rune was for.
Yeah.
One of them drained magic. Another did some arcane explosion.
Let's just say all 3 murdered you.
It was 3?
In a way or another.
Is
There's,
there 3? Did I just come up with 3?
you came up with 3. There's 4.
There's 4. Sorry.
One of them
He
actually.
did remember something.
One of them actually controls the lock. Well, as he goes and looks at it. Yeah, there's 4.
I was like, he did remember something because you didn't say how many there were earlier.
I did that on purpose.
I don't remember what the 4th rune does though.
But one of them has to just open the door.
Right.
Yeah, one of them's a lock.
Okay, I want you to study that.
Him?
Roll me a d20.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I feel like the wizard would be a better choice for studying a magic thing.
I mean, I would.
I mean,
Gonna
more people than one could
offer.
study it. I was just trying to keep the guy busy, see if anything came back to
I
him.
I think the lock
And
part
first of all,
is the
see
last
what's down
one.
there.
So you have to
Okay.
you have to press them in the order. I know the lock's the last one. Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Jellybean, maybe
Yeah.
before you help Tomas, there's something else for you to take a look at, and I'll show her over to the etching.
Yeah, you go up to the aft
Yeah, I
castle.
wanted to see that too.
Absolutely right. Then you would. It's kind of archaic. I would say Rythan, you would know briefly about what it means. I'll say let you roll with advantage an Arcana check or investigation, Rythan. And Jellybean can give me an Arcana check. Rythan will get something no matter
Appreciate
what.
yourself
Though.
to the group.
Well, I mean, he did roll a 22.
Arcana or
Investigation at advantage. I'll let you add your
Sounds
strength to it
good.
too.
I got my strength to
Yeah,
it. Never
yeah.
mind. I'm actually goated at this. I was like, this is not a good number, regardless. Well,
Dr. Jellybean, it's some form of conjuration magic. Old.
strength.
Okay.
We'll do a strength arcana check.
Okay.
I love it.
+4, so 15.
15. You would note it's some sort of conjuration having to deal with the world tree itself. But what that means, you're not exactly sure.
Is it written in primordial?
It would be written like some primordial runes, as well as tied with a little bit of Sylvan. And some of it's just kind of arcane symbols.
Multi-language and
Yeah.
also made up wingdings.
Yes, essentially.
Cast comprehend language to try to.
That will
understand
not
the words
not
that are
help
there?
you. It just will help you know that it's tied to the world tree and that it's conjuration. It will not give you exactly what it is.
Not even the Sylvan part?
That would give you the conjuration in the world tree.
Okay, alright.
Hey, Tomas, I'm assuming we can yell down to him.
What?
Do you remember anything being carved up here when you were aboard this vessel previously?
It's where the wheel is. You don't see a wheel. I don't think.
Yeah, there's no wheel up here, buddy.
If you do, the wheel's broken. Yeah, there is no wheel.
Yeah, there's no wheel up here, buddy.
Correct.
No.
But you remember this. This was here when you were here.
What?
The thing that's carved into the wood.
There wasn't any
think I just asked
carvings
you
on
about
it. No.
Just walk up here and look at it.
I was supposed to be looking at this door.
That is, yeah, that's my bad. I told him to look at the door, so.
And he'll waddle up
Okay,
the
well,
stairs.
The door's not going anywhere. You can come up here.
Yeah, as he waddles up the stairs. No, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Perfect.
Looks
We're
like
in the same
looks like
spot we were at.
looks like
We can
somebody
go back to the door.
somebody carved something in it. Never seen it before in my life.
Is there anything that says Eagle Boy was here? Like perhaps some tally marks of how long they left him alive for after they abandoned him.
Give me a survival check. Nature. Give me a nature check, Malcolm.
Okay.
A nature change? Okay. No.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yes. Yes, there's signs of Eagle Boy everywhere.
Yeah.
Could be. Could be.
Everything is
Looking
just
at a
Eagle
picture
Boy.
of an eagle man, and I'm just like, what could this mean?
So some kind of bird person.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's an avian individual. I don't understand.
And
We'll
it's
come
everywhere.
back to it. Maybe I need to get some of those books that Tobias is talking about.
I'm gonna just go back down and I'm gonna look at the door.
Look at the nature books. That's a bird.
You see
Oh,
what
I
looks to
understand
be
everything.
4 glyphs kind of swirling around the doorway.
Okay. And we have to press them in a specific order. And we know if we press the wrong thing, it will go off, or will it only do that when we press 4 of them and that combination is wrong?
You don't know.
Sounds like the runes will do something specific based off of what it was.
Yeah.
Like the explosive. Yeah.
Having looked at both the carving and the door, we'll just call it the hatch.
Yeah, that's good.
Are
The
any
hatch.
of the runes or the symbols repeated? Like, do we see if there's a pattern?
It's not in the carving.
Are they
It's
related?
like the carving is completely disconnected from that.
Okay.
Very different kind of magic.
So,
Can I study the door hatch to see if I understand anything?
Yeah,
on
you
there?
can give me a Arcana or Investigation check. It'll get different
I-
results for both.
I will give you Bardic.
Okay.
Oh.
smart.
Since Luis is out of his sorts, he's just playing some nice music right now.
I would also allow Insight if you wanted to roll that instead.
I don't want to do that. I'll do investigation.
I love how confident she sounds.
Eh?
With an 18, investigation check would kind of tell you which ones have impressed more.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning someone probably knew the first couple, but not the last. So you can tell which 2 came first, but you can't tell what. And the other 2 came aside 3rd and 4th. You can tell what's 1. We can tell what's 2.
So the lock
And we
is
know
four.
what the last one is because Tomas said he knows what the lock rune is.
You don't know what each rune does. You know what each rune does, but you don't know which rune is which. There's 4 runes.
We just know one of them is a lock.
Right.
Can I ritually cast detect magic to see if I can decipher which
Absolutely.
ones are
You can spend 10 minutes of your precious air.
What if we just brute force it? There's 2 options. We know what 1 and 2 is. If you press 3 and 4 and it's wrong, then it has to be the other one.
Yeah,
it's only one set of combinations.
But he said that one like drained magic and one did something else. What if one's like a self-destruct and
I'm not magic, and it won't kill me.
I mean,
I'll just press the buttons.
If you're volunteering, I'm just going to go to the other side of the ship.
I'm going to go as far away as possible.
Okay,
towards the bow or the stern, wherever this hatch is located.
Yep.
The
Moving
opposite
away.
direction.
Before I walk to the other side of the ship, I'm gonna shake Rythan's hand.
By the way, if something bad were to happen, it was a pleasure knowing you inside of a whale's mouth for a month.
And walk away.
Likewise. Yeah, I'm gonna let them walk away real quick.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of look at it, and then it really doesn't matter as long as I was pointed out which one was 1 and which one was 2. I'll just press the other 2 after that.
Okay. So we'll say you have a plus symbol and a minus symbol left. Are you pressing the plus symbol or the minus symbol first?
Plus.
Okay. As you press that, I need a wisdom saving throw. Ooh, with a nat 20. You feel like it's starting to drain your magic in this brief moment. And by magic, I mean rages.
No, I like those.
But with a 20, you resist the pull of being like this. Your familiarity with the world tree, that essence of whatever you know, is starting to be pulled away. But you resist it. You pull back in that moment.
All right, well, then I'll just do the other one and open the door.
As you do the other one, the hatch hisses as the runes are still present but fade and just kind of lowly pulse with light.
And then to be safe, I'm going to mark all 4 of them in case we have to do this again.
Like 1,
That way
2,
everybody
3,
just knows
4.
what it is. Yeah,
Fair enough.
because I don't care about this lock.
Well, now everybody can get in. That's like writing your password on a sticky note on your computer.
Exactly what it's
Password
like.
is
One
password.
is here but us.
And the hatch
It's like writing the
opens.
combination on my luggage.
Hatch opens up to some stairs going below deck.
We're in.
This looks good. I'm gonna walk up. Okay.
It's
I'm just
dark.
gonna look
Alright.
down it real quick and see what I can see.
Dark stairwell going into a narrow, broken corridor. Looks cramped, but it's there.
Any ghosts? Are there any ghosts in there? I'll say to whoever's up front.
I don't see any ghosts, but
Ghosts,
ghosts can be
identify
invisible,
yourselves.
so
Ooh, can we get light on his axe? I'll follow behind Rythan.
You ask if there's a ghost, they have to identify themselves.
have to.
That's the rule.
It's ghost
You
law.
gotta tell me.
I do
gotta
in fact
tell me.
believe that was in the rule book about ghosts.
I would actually say you do notice faint light within, faint
Oh, good.
yellowish green and little like just kind of barely
The
against
kind
the
of colors
ground.
you really
Ghost
want
light.
your light to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's not
If
bright.
everybody's
it's
sitting
faint.
down, Louise is definitely
You can
trailing
cast light
behind.
on.
I'm casting light. Yeah.
Fair enough. I would say
And I can go first, or someone else can go first. Doesn't matter.
Louise casting light on himself, or is he casting it on Wraith and Zax like Tobias wanted him to do?
I'll do that.
Okay.
And I'll just follow at the end of the Congo line.
I'll follow behind. Ray.
Fair enough.
You're a big guy. I can run past you if I need to.
Yes, I am bigger than you.
As
Kinda
you start to head down, Tomas will come with
Go
you,
downstairs now.
trailing behind. Rebate will stay up with the pets. They don't need to be exploring.
Yeah, what if they hit a trap? They'd die.
Exactly.
Safe man, gone.
Then we'd have to eat them so that we wouldn't go hungry.
Can't eat Ember.
But
In their
as-
honor, of
yeah,
course.
absolutely.
If she's already dead,
As you're heading down to
killing
this
her
this
doesn't matter.
cramped passage, this corridor that seems to be broken. The walls structural seems fine, but there are some interior walls that are just kind of broken completely. There are scratch marks, broken barrels, and like cabinets nearby. You can see towards the aft section of the ship, the backside seems completely caved in. Like wrecked.
Yes.
Wood, steel, whatever magical ceramic or bone was used for this vessel, that back section is messed up. Because there's no way to go but forward. Well, as you guys just start walking around the space, heading through this.
Following right then.
All right.
Just going forward. I am gonna probably like look at the scratches and like, is it more than like, is it like one, or is it like 3 or 4? Like an animal did it.
I would say it doesn't look animalistic. It definitely looks. You see
Like,
one big
got
like
hit.
gouge or blast mark from probably a pistol or something, or a big axe mark.
There was a fight.
You would also notice that there is faint light sources down here. Old ship torches hanging, flickering, and just giving off this faint, eerie, yellowish green light. Not fully torched, but they are burning and flaming. They don't seem to give off any heat either.
Just for flavor, Malcolm's gonna be like swinging from them. He's not gonna be walking. He's gonna be like
Trying to swing up top, yeah.
Spider-Man.
And
Yeah,
I mean,
Spider-Man.
I'd say the ceiling in here might be 7 feet. So you're not too high up down here, but it was probably more spacious. The alleys in here, like 7 feet wide, but the debris within is just choked.
I
Other
continue.
than the lights and I guess the creaking that we're probably
Absolutely.
creating, do we hear anything else coming from the bowels of the ship or anything like that?
Give me a perception check.
Come on, Oblate, perceive it.
What my human ears hear.
Your special eyes.
With an 18.
Your specialized see the sound.
Off in the distance towards the front of the vessel, you can hear this faint buzzing and cracking and popping. Almost like the sounds of like arcane energy crackling.
That's kind of good because something should be making air, and it probably is an arcane engine of some kind.
We can hope.
As you head forward,
If you can point out which direction that sound's coming from, I'm gonna head that way.
yeah, front.
Pointed.
There's not much
Wow.
options down here. You do see the occasional like bunk room that's torn open.
You could have been hearing it through a wall,
That's true.
and then I just torn down the
Bulkhead.
wall.
But as you're walking down, sudden chill fills the narrow and broken passage as you start to see the faint visage of ghostly figures, kind of just
So
barely
sad.
visible at the edge of this murk of fading light. Faces contorted, almost in a sort of sorrow sort of way, and even though their bodies are incorporeal, they seem decayed or rotten. Sounds start to fill the air, weaving together remnants of voices long lost to time. Sounds like a mournful dirge of betrayal and ruin. Can't quite make out everything, but everything that they do say doesn't sound good. You would start to see them just kind of fainting, popping in and out of the walls. As you head down this narrower passage, a couple of them start to reach out towards you, inhaling in whatever air they can. I'm gonna bring you guys to a map.
Sounds
I
good.
told you this shit was haunted.
Sounds like we're dealing with an intelligent haunting, not a residual.
And yeah, I'll bring the.
Or they didn't hear the request to identify themselves because we were up top.
You guys can place yourselves wherever you want. Also, for those of you watching, there's what the ship looks like.
I
I was
won't
gonna
pull it up.
say, I'll take that one.
Yeah, that's such a great picture. It's terrifying.
Everybody happy with your placements?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
As we roll initiative.
Yes.
Yeah, rolling now.
Weird. Who could have seen that
Right.
coming?
With that, Louise, you are
I
up
changed my thing.
first
I'm
as
up
we change
first.
our music to Phantom from Space.
Hey!
I didn't roll like crap on initiative.
Last boys no more. Well, for you. I'm still at the end. I haven't broken out of jail yet.
Those are ghosts.
All right. Ooh, everybody still has their temp hit points, so I kind of don't.
Yes,
like
everyone
going
should.
first.
Everyone
Okay.
should have the 12 temporary hit points.
13 now.
Yeah.
13 now, I
13.
think.
13. Okay.
Yes.
13.
13.
Oh, I would have taken that damage off of that then. What was that,
Yes.
4 damage?
You
that
would have
be
had to.
9.
Don't even get a choice.
Don't even get a choice. So let me
Oh,
add that
oh,
back.
oh,
Okay.
oh, man. I don't know what to do now that I'm first. Hold on.
I've never planned for this.
This is new.
I've never gotten this far.
All right, here's what you do. You just hold your whole turn until you're last, and then
I'm
Just goes in.
definitely not moving up. I don't see anybody.
Yeah, 'cause it is dark.
I will. If I know that there's ghosts, I'm gonna mirror image myself.
there.
Ghost.
Now there's more ghosts.
Ghosts. And then I will end my turn because I'm definitely a coward and I'm not moving forward.
All right, that will take us to Tobias.
I see this one reaching towards us.
Yeah,
gonna
through
create
the
a-
wreckage of this room and within. Yeah.
I create a shadow, an echo, if you will, time ghost,
Yeah.
right there as I pull my swords, and get back, and I start attacking it.
Okay.
Ghost on ghost violence.
One's a space ghost, the other's a time ghost. Who's going to win? Space versus time in their final epic conflict.
I don't know if silver works on ghosts, so I'm going to try my short swords first, and then my sunsaw in my offhand.
We will find out, won't we?
We will.
A 27 does indeed hit.
It's silver. I don't know if that matters.
It doesn't.
Okay.
As your
Werewolves.
sword seems to not go through it as much. Doesn't do quite as much
Like
as you
it
were
did-
hoping.
Like it didn't hurt it at all? Or...
Like it get hurt a little bit. The specter resists the piercing damage from your blade. Stabbing out again with the same short sword as your ghost pierces through for a little bit of damage.
And then the
Barely
sunsaw,
affecting
which-
this spectral creature. Yes, that will hit.
As the sunsaw whirs.
Alright. As it takes 4 points of radiant damage. The radiant damage seems to do exactly what it's supposed to do.
Mhm.
As this spectral being is still alive. Very much so.
And I'm going to toss my swords in opposite hands, and yeah. Like switch swords.
Switch grip.
Yeah, switch grip.
Alright. Anything else for Tobias?
And that will end my turn.
Alright, that will take us to Rythan.
Rythan, he's gonna get mad, and then it's kind of waste. I guess I'll roll my 2d6 and see what I get on temporary,
Alright.
but it probably doesn't matter.
It's less than 13, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's less than 13. Still for fun. Let's get those bad rolls out of the way.
Right.
Also, when I bonus action rage, I can move half my speed as part of it.
Yes.
1, 2.
Seeing more spectral creatures within.
I found more ghosts. And I'm
As he's taking my light away from me.
Yep.
casting on
As
something
you're
else.
suddenly in the dark.
Recast it anytime you want.
Some of you guys are very much in the dark.
I can see in the dark. I don't have to have it.
Yeah. I said some of you guys.
Aren't you where I'm like, yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, I do that. Yeah. Let me axe them.
Alright.
Great axe number 1.
Going reckless?
It'll be reckless. Because
Okay.
Why not?
Going reckless against this spectral ghost. 24
There's a
will
24
hit.
hit.
Absolutely.
I don't know if this is as my rage toggled. It's not, so we'll toggle it real quick for. There we go. A lot.
19 points of damage. As your axe
Magical axe.
cleaves through it, it doesn't do as much as you were hoping. It is a magical axe.
Interesting. Didn't ask. Doing it again. Well, I only rolled normal.
We'll roll again,
Fine, 'cause I-
because that's not
I
good.
have to.
That's much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Way
crit it.
better.
I'd say that's
did better.
that's a lot better. Cleaving into it for 24 points of damage. Nearly, as you cut through this spectral crewmate, its form nearly gets cut in twain, as it is barely left alive. Well, undead. Anything else for Rythan Stamstern?
Nope, did my job. Okay, I was just making sure.
All right.
I was trying to double check. I was like, oh, do I get brutal critical stuff yet? And I was like, I don't think I have it yet.
That will take us to the spectral creatures. As one of them will go ahead and retaliate against Rythan.
Sure.
Trying to reach
Has
out
advantage.
towards you. Yeah. Got a big 22 to hit as it reaches out,
Darn.
grasping you, its mouth stretching out. Of course. Yeah, it does let me roll it. Great. You take 7 points of necrotic damage
7 points.
as your hit
That's
point
like-
maximum is reduced by 7.
So I'll take 6. I'm trying. Let me see where I'm gonna note that. I don't want to mess with my maximum too much.
I'll keep note of it if you want.
Yeah, because I didn't take from my
Yeah.
because like I lost 10 HP.
So, but you would lose regular hit points too,
Yes.
which is the bad part.
Yeah, I'll just bring myself to
The other ones, one of them, a being would appear behind Dr. Jellybean through a wall, reaching out towards her. Not at advantage. Getting a 19 to hit Dr. Jellybean. As Dr. Jellybean takes 5 points of necrotic damage. And your hit point maximum is also reduced by 5. As every touch that these things make seem to reduce your life. Did you say anything, Dr. Jellybean? Are you muted?
And I think I said,
Okay,
things that make you go,
fair enough.
Oh.
We're just
She
checking.
doesn't want to talk to you.
That's fair. I would say
Leave me alone.
out of the darkness, Louise, one of these creatures, also strikes out at you. Getting a 22 to hit.
Oh, he's got mirror image.
Image
As
takes it.
you lose an image. As it reaches out and just kind of... What does it look like when your image is gone? What happens? Like...
Just kind of like on the hit, it just kind of breaks off into a bunch of different musical golden notes.
Okay.
Makes the silly trumpet noise, or it makes like a, like a
Wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah. Yep. As this one will reach out towards Tobias's Time Ghost, getting a 16 to hit.
Oh, that misses.
Ending the Spectre's turn. Taking us to Dr. Jellybean. You got one of these creatures right behind you. What are you doing?
Oh no! Get away from me, ghost.
That's Ghost Law. They have to listen to you.
Yeah.
They do.
You didn't tell me
I
you were
actually
here.
don't think that one's in Ghost Law.
It's right. It's the one like bullet point right below. If you pull a sheet over your head, they can't see you, so they can't hurt you.
Hmm.
Because you can't see them.
Exactly.
I'm gonna reach out and touch it and use my claws. and see if this does
Okay.
anything to
Trying
it.
to scratch it. A 19 does indeed grab a hold of it.
Probably resistant to this, but
For 15 necrotic damage. As your claw grips onto the cloth of this previous person. And just kind of tries to scratch along it. Your claws lose their grip and don't do any damage.
okay, that makes sense.
As it's immune.
Sense. Would have
It
been out of
feels what-
instinct to just be like,
Ah, I
Absolutely.
can touch
get
you
away
too.
from, get away from me. See if I want to do any bonus actions. No one's really hurt yet. Not badly.
I'm actually still at full health, technically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? Because of the temp.
Well,
Well,
no,
and
be-
also
be- because he
we
didn't.
lose from our maximum.
He lose maximum hit points, not hit points.
Oh, right. I think that'll be it for me.
All right, that will take us to Oblate.
Come punch a ghost.
Definitely about to. Am I able to squeeze past?
Yeah, you can squeeze there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, I'm
I'm hanging
gonna.
from the ceiling.
Oh snap! Oh, he is on the ceiling.
He's like
He is on the
2
ceiling.
feet off the ground.
I'm
Like
gonna.
Lionel Richie and the Commodores, baby. Dancing from the ceiling.
But like on his hands.
Oh, what a feeling!
Yeah,
All right,
basically.
I'm gonna punch this one with my fists.
That's usually how you punch people.
Just
Mhm.
fucking punching a ghost, man.
Look at this guy punching a ghost. A 22 will absolutely hit it.
Nice. I'm gonna roll
Yes,
my
'cause-
damage, but I also now want to use my grappler feat and try to grapple a ghost.
Absolutely.
Oh, snap. He's gonna hold a ghost.
He's gonna wrestle a ghost.
Blade said, "You can touch me, I can touch you."
Interestingly
Touch you
enough,
did.
it is immune to being grappled.
Well, that's dumb.
But we're
You
learning.
still
Have to-
do.
He
We're gonna
still-
have to go to the ghost
He
lore
still
on
does
that
the
one.
damage because he's got the feat for it.
Yeah.
So we'll do 8 bludgeoning or force damage. Which one are you doing this one?
Yeah, I want to do the force damage.
All right, we'll take 8 points as your fist seems to do more damage than, well, it does the appropriate amount of damage.
Nice.
Feels like hitting a person.
Feels like hitting a person.
Though I wonder. I'm gonna take a swing with my Nobo because I know it also has magical properties.
It is.
Let's see.
Your Kanabo hits.
Oh man. Taste this club, you stupid ghost.
Bonk.
This takes 12 points of damage. It doesn't seem to do quite as much as you were hoping. As your Kanabo raises through its presence.
Okay, fair enough. Bonus
Once
action
again.
flurry of blows.
Now, fine. I'll just throw hands with a ghost.
Just
Go
regular
back to what
punch.
was working. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
touch him.
A 13 hits. A 23 will also hit.
Ooh.
You get to reroll that.
I'm a
You do
reroll
get to
that one.
re-roll that one.
Max damage.
Oh
That's-
yeah.
You know.
7
Better.
points of damage.
Better.
As you're punching into this form, its body starts wisping around as it rapidly deteriorates into like crumbles around as it disintegrates.
Get wispy, dummy.
Ectoplasm.
It gooped
Yeah,
me.
you collect that.
Let's turn to
And that
dust.
would be it for my turn.
That will take us to
Come on.
friendly neighborhood Tomas. He's going to pull out his blade. Fuck.
Stab a ghost.
It's Stanley. He reaches out and stabs. Sorry, Stan. Didn't mean to murder you. It's 2 swipes. He hits with 1. Deals a little bit of damage.
True.
Ending his turn, taking us to the ghostlier ghosts.
Cool. It's starting its turn. I'm
Mhm.
going to spend a reaction.
Yeah.
It needs to make a strength save. DC is 15.
Does this make it restrained? Or it makes its speed 0, right?
Yes, but it does not add any keywords. It just turns its speed to 0.
Got a 17.
It's safe. What's safe? Then it doesn't matter.
What does this look like, though,
'Cause it also-
for those of us watching?
So basically, he like kind of like reaches out his hand, like hey, and then you can see like vines and like tree kind of like come up and try and grab him. and
Alright.
then you can see them like fail, and then they come up where he would have been afterwards.
Gotcha. I would say
And
as they try to
and they
grab
vanish.
him where he was, those that try to reach towards him almost kind of wither a little bit, and their growth is slowed as it approaches you, right then. I will need you to give me a charisma saving throw.
All right, I can do that. Is it against? Is it poisonous?
It's not.
All right, then
It's,
I have a regular roll.
it is a different P word, though.
I'll roll a 1.
And one that is...
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that.
You do have
yeah.
inspiration. Does everyone have... Everyone has inspiration, right, Luis?
Should be everybody but Louise. I'm trying to decide if it's probably worth using it. I'll use it.
If there was a saving throw worth using it on, it'd be this. Because the other P word is possession.
That's cool.
17
I
is...
just killed him. It wouldn't have been that bad.
Yep.
They've been fine. They just would have died.
As it tries to enter into you,
Hot.
Stop that.
you stop it. While this ghost enters into the central area and just sort of actually... Oh, well, you can make an attack of opportunity. It's going to go right here. As it passes through the wall.
Unmuted. Unarmed strike.
Absolutely. 14 does hit it.
You're slowly going up.
You'll take 9 points of force damage as
little
you
bit.
punch this ghost as it fades into the area in the middle of the hall. Quickly turns towards everyone as its form just stretches and peels away almost. This horrible, disgusting visage. I will need everyone besides our dwarf over there to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Because it's facing that way.
Yeah. Does it in a cone.
Not a great start.
It makes sense.
Don't have advantage.
You don't.
We have inspiration though,
You
right?
do have inspiration.
I'm going to use it on that.
All right,
Oh,
then
yeah,
give me a
okay.
roll.
We just re-roll.
It is a reroll. Inspiration is a reroll. It is not advantage.
Is this a frightened condition?
It is. You have advantage on those?
I'm gonna counter charm and give myself a reroll with advantage.
Gotcha.
I forget that's a thing bards could do.
Yeah.
That whole counter charge. thing.
Yeah, now it's like even better to like you can just like no.
Nah.
As everyone succeeds?
Yeah, I rolled well.
Not too bad.
No one is affected to it. As you guys are all
They're more
immune.
feared.
You are all immune to this ghost's horrifying visage. Ending its turn, taking us to Malcolm.
Seem worse.
Let's.
Let's go gambling.
I actually kind of can't see that one, so I will shoot off a couple. Well, I'm gonna shoot off an Eldritch Blast. Yeah, 2 of them at that one.
Okay.
In front of us.
At the one who's just displaying its horrific visage towards everyone.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I'm gonna bonus action Hex first. And before I do this, I already looked it up, so I feel like I know the answer. I can't speak with them, right? Even though they're dead, they're not corpses.
You can talk to it. I mean, you can talk to it. They can.
But I can't, like, talk to it.
You can't cast Speak with Dead on them, no. You also haven't seen any bodies.
We'll save the talking for next turn. Let me fire off some Eldritch Blast.
All of them hit.
Fantastico. Make sure I did turn Hex on, which I did.
Are you wanting to blast it away?
Sure.
All right, 13 for the first one as you blast into it.
And second one.
Second one for a little bit less, for still a total of 21 points of damage. As it is blasted
Close my
back.
eyes.
Just because.
Yeah.
In case it does the scary thing again, man.
Anything else for Malcolm?
I don't know if there is a more advantageous position necessarily. I'm going to see if I can swing from the lights and head. Yeah, there's not light over there.
You cannot move through
All right.
this guy. Even if you're on the ceiling, there's still not enough room to like squeeze past people. Except for like to buy like your members is fine.
I don't know if you know how orangutans work, man. That doesn't sound right. We're gonna have.
I've never heard of orangutan before.
Nah, we're good then. I'll end there. That's bonus
All
action.
right.
Action. I'll stay there.
And we'll take us to Louise.
Okay.
Still-
I am scared shitless of this.
But not feared.
So
You're scared but not
I am
frightened.
not,
It's traditional.
I'm not feared, but I'm like right there below feared.
Yeah.
Especially because you like it came for you.
Yeah.
You were hanging out in the back, and then it specifically came for you.
Yep.
I feel targeted.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say my
yeah.
counter charm was just kind of like a power chord. And
Okay.
I'm just gonna continue with that music. Everybody around me is going to hear really amazing music. But the ghost is going to hear the worst shrill type of music, and it's just echoing and overlapping on itself as I cast Phantasmal Killer on it.
Oh shit.
It is a phantasm that you want to kill.
It definitely is.
Is it it's a charm? Or is it frightened?
No, it's just
it's just
wisdom
it's its
save.
own thing.
Yeah, it's its own thing.
Got a 20.
Oh, dang it. So it'll take half of 4d10. And the spell ends.
It still takes 12 points of damage.
Oh, it's resistant to psychic? Man, this thing.
Well, it takes half of the 4d10.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll take because it made it safe. So it is still up, but you can see its form starting to wither away and just kind of turn, and the dust is just kind of trickling off of it. It doesn't know what's happening to itself. Anything else for Louise?
That will be it.
We'll take us to Tobias.
Tobias is going to switch back to his original grip and take his first short sword attack at the one I was originally attacking.
Okay.
He changed his mind about the grip.
Mm-hmm.
A 26 will hit this phantom for 10 points of damage, which actually... Wait,
no, ignore the 2. Yeah, I didn't
for
check that.
8 points of damage. This phantom is still
my
up.
other short sword attack at the other one here.
Okay. Wait, where is your... Oh, so he's
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Taking... Okay.
That will absolutely hit it.
Okay, now I got him.
As it takes 10. As that one in the hall crumbles to dust. It shrieks out in pain as it just kind of echoes throughout the entire broken place, but it's muffled echo. Yeah.
Okay. Then I will take my offhand attack with the Magentan Sunsaw at the one.
Okay. As your blade whirs out, that will definitely hit. Or
And
whether it
I
whirs
guess
or not is
act-
up to you.
It's totally whirring.
Okay.
Tobias is not in a happy place right now. Die.
He hates-
Die, please die.
As it
He hates
dies,
ghosts.
as it crumbles to dust in the dark room.
Into dust.
I can't get past. Can I squeeze through my party members to get to that other one at the end of the hall?
Which
That's
other
a
one?
lot of party members. Then there one over
Right here by me.
You can't see it over there, but you see Dr. Jellybean swiping at something.
Yeah, I can't see it.
I mean, you
I
don't
don't
know what it is
I don't
there, but
know.
that does.
I don't know if you're watching the stream or
I
if
just
you're
don't know
watching
if I
it.
could. I'm watching on this side.
But you do see her swiping at something. You hear the grunting of Tobias in the back. Or not Tobias. Tomas.
I can't squeeze through 4 people though. That'll end my turn.
I mean, you're a halfling. You can move through people's squares.
I mean, yeah, okay.
That's your thing. It is cramped, but...
Go over here, and yeah, I see it now. So I'll take my bonus action offhand attack with.
It will be at
objective.
disadvantage. Because it is in darkness.
Disadvantage.
No.
18.
You get plus 14 to hit?
No,
No, plus 8.
yeah, it should be a 12.
Wait, why is it?
Look, if you look at the roll bonus breakdown, it's dice roll
Yeah,
4,
why-
roll minimum 10.
Why do you have
It's
roll
like
Okay.
it's doing like a replacement effect on anything under a 10.
Oh, it's a
On that
minimum
one.
attack.
Oh, you Haxon. So that is going to be
Cheater.
a 12 still
And
hits.
like, does it? And like, does a 12 hit? That's what we
Yeah.
need now. And then we can
Yeah,
fix
okay.
that in a minute.
Here goes the damage, and I'm worrying again.
Is it on all of your attacks or just that one? I don't know. As you wear out,
Give
it will take some damage.
Cool. That will.
I would double check all the attacks.
Yeah, because now I'm kind of curious if it's.
We'll go back
No,
over it
like,
later.
I'm looking at it.
Anything else for Tobias, though?
That'll be it for my turn.
All right, that will take us to Rythan with a ghost and a specter. That one's barely there.
No one's within to give bonus stuff, so instead I'll regular swing at this one because apparently they're easy as heck to hit.
Yeah. Yeah, easy as heck for you to hit as your great axe just cleaves into it and through it. As that specter is no more.
When it drops, I will use my bonus action to hew.
Alright, as you kind of just take this great swing, cleaving through that one ghost into this other one.
Yes. I'll make a bonus action attack against it, and then I'll finish out my attack turn.
Absolutely. Getting 2 attacks.
Yes, basically I get a third attack because I killed the man. Again.
Kill the dead man. Still counts.
The bonus one.
12 hits.
Boom.
These guys seem less wispy and, geez, for 20 points of damage. Again, your weapon... Actually, double check. These guys might not be... Weapon doesn't seem to do as much as doesn't do as much as you would hope, but it still does a good amount of damage to it.
Yeah, I figured. And then last of the actual attack part.
Okay. 18 will also hit. It will take a little bit of damage as your axe cleaves through the spectral form.
And
Anything
then it'll come after me, so
It definitely
if
will.
it wants to attack me, it can attack me.
It will definitely reach out towards you as it gasps for breath. Getting an 8 to hit.
That's not enough. Hashtag didn't ask.
You see only one other specter within. Space Spectre. Which will take us to it. Unless anything else
Yeah,
for...
I'll stop there.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out if I
it's gonna be
technically have enough
super
movement,
cramped.
I think, but yeah, but I was like, I don't think it's worth trying to move. I'm just moving here so that these yahoos can see.
Yeah. It will reach out towards Tobias.
Mhm.
Tobias got a big 14 to hit you.
As I duck out of the way. I don't like this. We need to kill these things
It
quickly.
will, in response, duck back into the dip away. As I would say, Malcolm and Dr. Jellybean can make attack opportunity, and Tomas can too. Tobias, you can't see it technically.
Not with the light here now?
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
with the light there, yes, you can. Absolutely, absolutely. I forgot about the light.
I guess.
Good thing Rythan came back there when he did.
It was intentional.
Malcolm, take Warcaster.
No.
Then you can make a weapon attack if you have one,
Oh.
or unarmed strike. Both Dr. Jellybean and Tobias hit though.
Just punch a ghost.
It's effective. Just punch it.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
punch a ghost.
we've been shown that one man can punch a ghost to death.
You miss it as you try to whack out with it, but Dr. Jellybean
Guys,
does
you lied to
too.
me.
No,
You
you just
gotta hit
missed. That doesn't mean it wouldn't have killed the ghost. You just missed.
Just do better.
It still has your roll minimum there.
Why is it?
So you rolled a 2 plus 8.
Well, it kept it. It was not showing us the other one because
Because
Yeah,
it was a
disadvantage
disadvantage on.
Oh,
Tobias, roll me a d20.
yeah.
And for some reason it okay. Are you
Damage
wearing
is
okay, are you wearing the
Yeah,
magenta?
yeah.
Okay. So for 11. Yeah. It fades away as it crumbles to dust at the edge of that wall there. Taking us to Dr. Jellybean.
there's ghost goop all over that wall now.
Hmm.
It's
So
dust.
the ghost crumbled to dust.
Ghost crumbled to dust right against that wall.
Do I see any more ghosts?
You hear some shambling around from a room down the hall.
One ghost
room?
left. It'll come out in a minute.
I
I
don't
am
want to
so
go in
startled.
there. I don't like this. Spooky. I guess
Bear.
I'll. Can I move past my?
It will be
Allies.
difficult terrain to do so, so it'll take 5 extra feet of movement for every square you do.
Mhm.
So
I
minus
don't really want to get up.
minus 10 feet if you want to get in front of everyone.
Can I hold my action?
Absolutely.
Or
What
if
are you
it-
holding?
If it comes out of the room, I'm going to hold a firebolt to
Okay.
cast at it.
Absolutely. Holding a firebolt ready and raring.
If a
Yeah.
ghost shows up, it's getting blasted.
All right. That will take us to
It's
Oblate,
getting busted.
the Federation deputy.
Makes me feel good.
Makes me think that you're the only deputy in the Federation.
The
Hmm.
is there any means of squeezing down the hallway?
Yeah, it's just difficult terrain.
Okay. So that's...
Like through your allies. 'Cause, yes, even Malcolm's hanging on the ceiling. His feet are in the way, so you gotta duck and move through.
Like he's still taking up.
So
pretty much
it's
the whole
basically
space.
double speed through there.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's 10, 20.
Just take away 10.
25 to get here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Also,
That's
don't
fair
tickle
enough,
my
then.
feet when you walk by.
Tickle, tickle. I'll ready an action. I'll ready a kick. Actually, they won't see it coming.
Okay.
Yeah. They're expecting hands, but they're getting feet.
Yep.
As you ready your attack action with a kick. As you've got your hands up. Actually, you've got your Kanabo up. It will... Yeah, he's not going to do anything. It will reveal itself. In the... middle of the room. And going through the wall. Actually, it would probably like poke its head out like there first.
Figure out where it's at.
Yeah. And then it'll appear there. So you can kick it and you can firebolt it.
Get kicked.
Get fire kicked.
Yeah, both of those hit. And actually you get your full complement of attacks too, Oblate. So you get
Oh,
both,
so I can-
you get both of your attacks. You get your action
Okay, help.
worth.
Yeah, you just get the 2.
For 10 fire
Did you kick
damage. Well, you held your action, and your action was attack
I get
action.
an extra
The attack action.
on-
Yeah. So for 19 force damage and 10 fire damage, as this flurry of fiery kicks nearly disintegrates this creature, it is going
but
to not enough. It is going to reach out as it just whispers, just this, join
Touch
us,
faith.
reaching out towards both Rythan and Oblate.
Go.
Rythan got a 19 to hit. Oblate got a 16.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, 90 hits me.
Nah. Dug out of
As
the way.
Oblate, you dodge out of the way. Rythan, you take 27 points of necrotic damage.
And do I lose
You do not.
that much?
No.
Okay.
That's just the Spectre thing. This is a ghost.
Just making sure.
They're different, but same. Which will end its turn as it grabs into you. You can feel it in your chest as it just kind of grabs your arm. It's like you feel your heart slow down. Which will take us to Malcolm.
Ah, that really hurts.
Bonus action, move my hex, so I can leave that on, and Eldritch Blast.
Absolutely.
And babies.
As he started blasting. Both of those absolutely hit. And it's just 2 blasts fly towards this creature over the shoulders. Or actually above the head of Rythan. For 20 points of damage as it
Because
also...
he shoot him out of his feet now because he's holding with his hands. So
Yeah.
He's just bringing up his legs and shooting.
Yeah.
As he shoots it, it disintegrates into dust. And as it fades away, Oblate, you are closer than you were, and still hear that noise coming from down the hall. That faint arcane whirring. As battle with this creatures is done, the ghosts aboard the ship, the former crew. That's actually where we're going to end tonight, as we are still on the vessel. This darkened, barely lit ghost vessel. And we'll pick up there.
What we will call the ghost ship.
At
I like that.
one could call it a ghost ship. But we are going to end there tonight, folks. So thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you next week, as I think we're going to be down at Tobias.
Yeah,
But-
I'll be out of town.
We will somehow find a way forward. But thanks, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
There it
Bye.
is.
See?
See you later.